Hey guys, it's Tiffany Blue Pearls, finally back with another video. We are going to talk about why I've been gone for 2 weeks in this video today. But what we're doing today is I ordered some stuff from this app called DHgate. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a lot of it comes from China and it's got the name brand. It looks like name brand, but it's not name brand. You know what I mean? So actually I got two things in here recently. I got this, which is supposed to be the Tarte Shape Tape, but I don't feel like it's the real thing. And then I just ordered, because I needed foundation anyway, so I just went ahead and ordered it. It just said full coverage foundation. And they sent me the Knockoff Fenty Beauty, which I'm fully living for. I keep looking at the screen and not the lens, I'm sorry. So I also got a new memory card. I can't think today. For my camera, not my camera, my cell phone. I don't have a camera. My camera that I did buy turned out to be crap. So it's never being used again unless I'm filming a horror movie, because it makes everything look grainy. Like RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1 filter grainy. Like it's not good. And the microphone doesn't work hardly at all, so I could be right beside of it like I am with you guys, and it sounds like I'm way over here. Like, it makes no sense. I don't get it. Whatever. So we're going to be using these two products today. I'm going to put them on my face with the rest of my stuff, and then I'm going to wear them throughout the day while I run my errands and do all that kind of stuff, and we're going to see how we do. So the first thing I'm going to do, same thing I always do, I am freshly showered and shaved. If you can't tell by the red cheeks and the fact that I almost cut myself right there, which was fun because I thought I was bleeding in the shower, which is always a good time. I'm using my Cover FX blurring primer because I love this primer. I'm not even gonna lie about it, and I'm just gonna use the camera to put it on because I've got a mirror right here too. But for now, I'm just gonna use the camera, and I use a ton of primer every time. So this is kind of like the same as my last video where I did my everyday makeup look. But we're actually testing something out today to see if the products last like they're supposed to. Okay, while that dries, I'm going to... See, that's another thing that's about these, is neither of them have like, oh, this lasts, this is 8-hour wear, 10-hour wear, 38-hour wear. I don't know why it's a 38-hour wear. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to work like it's supposed to. I gotta grab my spray bottle so I can spray my beauty blender, which is not a real beauty blender, but it's blue, so that's why I bought it. Hold on, I'm spraying over my garbage can. There she is. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to do brown eyebrows today. I'm going to be using this brown mascara on my eyebrows. See, no, I can't do this. I can do this brow in my camera. There we go. See, I always use just plain old mascara. But to do my other brow, I've got to do it over here, because the way my lighting is, I can't see that side of my face in my camera very well. There we go. See, look, I don't look like a naked mole rat anymore. I know, you're so excited. I love the fact that in this video, you can see my new friend back here. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already met her. This is Charlene. She's a good Jesus-fearing church lady. I love her. Okay, so I'm going to start with my NYX. I don't know why I took the lid off and then showed you just the pot. My NYX Dark Circle Concealer, because I feel like I've got some dark circles. I always have dark circles. So the reason, here, let me blend this out and then we'll get into the reason of why I've been gone from YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else for the past couple weeks. Okay, so I have been horribly depressed, because the place that I worked at for 6.5 years, so what happened was I was a manager and I was working a lot of hours and I had no time to do hardly anything else but sleep and think about this place where I was working, which I'm not going to mention them by name. If you know me, you know where it was. So I talked to the district manager. I'm going in with my Fenty foundation, and I'm doing the 3-stripe thing that I do. I talked to my district manager about the possibility of me stepping down from being a manager to going back to being a server, because I love serving. I love it. I missed it. I missed the being able to just go home and relax and not have to worry about everything else that was going on. So it was supposed to be set in stone. My last day was the last day in July. And then I was supposed to put in a new application as if I was a new person and start again. Well, 3 days of off the clock later and me working at the store trying to get all this stuff done, and I guess corporate decided that I could step down and still be a server at any other location. Just not this one. Which is great, because the closest one's 2.5 hours away. Not doing that. So that sent me into a horrible depressive state. Because, I mean, I literally worked at this place for 6.5 years. Nonstop, never quit, never didn't show up for work. I was late maybe 3 times total in my entire career there. And by the way, another point about all of this is when I did step down, I didn't even give them a 2-week notice. I didn't give them a month notice. I gave them 3-month notice that I was stepping down, which I feel is beyond professional. And I even gave them that notice and then extended it 2 weeks because they asked me to, so they could get somebody else trained in my spot. Yeah. So that sent me into a really depressive space where I wasn't sure how anything was going to happen, how I was going to pay my bills or do any of that. But luckily, there's a place near me that was hiring. They were looking for servers. Actually, I don't care to mention this place because it's locally owned, so I won't have to deal with the corporate thing. I work at Reno's now, and I love it. It's so new to me. I'm just going back in my problem areas where I have a lot of redness with some extra foundation. But, I mean, the owner, I filled out my application. 15 minutes later, had an interview, and then an hour later after, because they drug test, an hour later after I had gone and taken the drug test and passed it and all that, I started the next day, which made me so happy. But I mean, I was still out of work for 4 days before all this went down, so I still felt like garbage for 4 days. So I didn't feel like doing anything. I barely got up off the couch for 4 days, which I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not full coverage like their true Fenty is, but the fact that it was like $6 and not $46, I'm willing to deal. I said, cover that up. Whatever. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, since I'm done with that, we're going in with the Shape Tape. And this brush is huge, guys. I mean, look at that. It's literally the size of the end of my finger. It's huge. We're going to highlight all of that. I actually don't know the proper way to highlight. I literally just go for it. So yeah, I've started this new job, and I miss a lot of the people that I did work with. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. I mean, when you work with some of these people, I literally worked with the entire time I worked there. We worked together for 6.5, almost 7 years. And it's sad that I don't work with them anymore. But I've already made some new friends that I am super excited about, because they're all so nice. And it's like the vibe of working for a locally owned company, not a corporate company, is so different. Like, I've never worked for a restaurant that wasn't a corporate owned. So, and this isn't even franchise. I mean, I guess technically it is a franchise, but it's not like Like, he can do whatever he wants with it, the owner can. So it's not like one of those franchises where like, well, you have to do it this way, but blah, 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 whatever. So he can literally do whatever he wants. That looks pretty good and blended. Yeah, my dark circles are still there. They're just not as blinding as they were. No, so what I was saying. So it's so weird to me, like, the vibe in the restaurant is just so different from where I used to work. Because, like, you don't have the corporate rules. So you don't have the fear of the district manager showing up at any time. Or the CEO showing up at any time. Like, that's one of the things that used to scare the piss out of me. Is that I would be at work and these people would show up. And then I would get told how horrible I was. Because I felt like I was doing a bad job all the time, because no matter what I did, it was never enough. Which, I mean, I get it. It's a restaurant. You have to, whatever. But it's still, like, it's depressing. It's horribly depressing when you're working literally 65 hours a week. Some weeks more. Sorry, I was getting the foundation off my lips. And you literally, it's like you can never do it good enough. No matter what you do is never good enough. And it slowly starts killing your soul, to where it got to a point I didn't even know who I was anymore. Like, I was just this angry, hateful person. And I mean, I've always been a little, like, jokingly hateful. Like, I'll make a few kind of snide comments, but it's all to be funny. I don't ever mean them in, like, a hateful way. It's just me being funny and trying to make light of situations and all this stuff. But I was literally turning into this evil monster that I didn't recognize and I didn't want to recognize. Like, I did not want to ever be that person. But that's what I was turning into, so I had to get out of it. And I'm actually very thankful that, I mean, how it went down at the end sucked, being that, all the stuff I did. But the fact that I found this new job and all this stuff, I don't think I would have had the nerve to go on my own and leave the place I was working at. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet on accident, but I'm trying not to mention it, because I'd been there so long and I felt like that was the only place that I would ever fit. And that's a lie. No matter what you do, no matter what your calling in life is, there's gonna be more than one place where you will fit in. I've discovered that here recently, and it's the most liberating feeling I have ever felt. So if you take anything away from this video, it's that no matter what your situation is, if you work in a restaurant and you feel like you can't work anywhere else, yes, you can. If you work at a Walmart and you feel like you can't work at any other place, you can. You can find your way no matter what. It's not ever going to be that one place. I mean, I get it. Our grandparents, mine included, like, when they were, younger, they worked at the same place for 40 years. And that's fine if you find a job like that, but not all of us are that lucky. Like, we hear all these stories about, oh, they worked at this place for 40 years. Oh, they worked at this place for 50 years before they retired. But what they don't tell you is all the people who also worked there who did not work there for that long. Like, there's other people that didn't work there for that long, and that's okay too. Like, you don't have to keep the same career just because people tell you you should. That's stupid. Rant over. So the last thing I'm going to do, well, next, I've got like 7 more things to do, but we're going to set all of this with my Rimmel Stay Matte. I've already hit pan and it's making me sad. Like, I've only had this for a few months and it's making me horribly sad. So I'm literally just packing this on with my Daniil brush. I don't know what it is. It's just a giant fluffy brush that I love. And I just pack that all on, help it set in place. That looks good. And I pack on extra, let it bake, and then I will brush it all off here in a second. But I'm also going in with this e.l.f. HD finishing powder that is literally like destroyed. There's like none left because I've used so much of it. I've had this for so long. It's probably not actually been that long, but I mean, it's been, at least 10 months that I've had this, so I've used it a lot, so it's kind of disappearing. And there we go, we're baking. Like, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, that's where I've been. That's why I've not been here to, like, talk to you guys and do any toy videos, which I may not do any toy videos for a while. I don't know. I'm kind of getting, like, tired of toy videos because I'm opening the same thing on repeat, and it's just like, oh, it's getting to me. So, I guess I'm going to reach over while this bakes, because normally I wait until after I'm baked to figure out my jewelry, but I guess today I'm going to pick it out before I brush it all off. I'm trying to think of what we should wear today. I'm going to go with, I know what I'm wearing. Okay. Thank you, jewelry box. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk to you guys about. Like, I don't feel like there is, because that's basically, that's all the heavy stuff that's been going on in my life. The hardcore stuff, like, that made me, like, horribly depressed. Which, I mean, I'm still sad, because, like, there's a lot of people at the place I used to work that I do miss, and I miss them horribly. And every day I think about, you know, oh, if they were, you know, if we were still working together, I wonder how they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Which, I mean, we still talk over, like, Instagram and stuff, but it's not the same as spending an 8-hour shift together and complaining. Sorry, I have to, these don't want to go in any other way, so I have to do them certain ways. So, come on. Okay, if this doesn't go in, I'm going to be very angry. Okay, there we go. Phew! Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. There we go. Earrings are in. So the last thing I'm going to do is brush all this off. That way it's all smoothed out. And we're going in with a setting spray. This one is the Do Me Rose Water Priming and Setting Mist. It's got like sparkly stuff, and I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. You see it moving around. So I've been using this one just because I like the way it makes my skin sparkle. So let's go in with it. And I'm pretty sure you can't see this on camera, but it does really give my skin some real sparkles. Well, I mean, you can kind of see it, I think. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. So fan it off. And we are done for now. What I'm going to do is, I've got errands to run, so I'm going to check in throughout the day, or at least try to check in throughout the day, and give you guys, like, some updates, and show you, like, how it's lasting, like, you know, a couple hours from now, and blah, blah, blah. Because I know, like, the Fenty by Rihanna is supposed to last, like, I think it's got a 12-hour wear or more. So, and I think the Shape Tape does, too. But I won't be updating for the next 12 hours. I'm just letting you know that now, because I've got way too much to do. So, I will be back here in a little bit. Hey, update. I'm here where I used to work with some people I used to work with having a drink, because I'm allowed to do that now because I'm a real person again. And this is Alyssa. How does it look?
I think it looks good.
And she's not just saying that for the video, because she told me right before this that she hated all of you. Hey guys, so at this point it's been about 2.5 hours. The only thing I've noticed is I blew my nose because, you know, my allergies are horrible this time of year. And it took a little bit off the end of my nose, but other than that, it's still looking pretty good. And still feeling pretty good. Also, all the leftover foundation that was on my lips that I didn't get came off when I ate some shells and cheese. So, I will check back in with you guys here in a little bit. I've got some other stuff I need to do today, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, guys, it's been like 5 hours. It's already 7 o'clock at night, so it's been about 5.5 hours. I'm done with my day. I'm all good. I've sweated. I've done everything I possibly can today, And I gotta say, this foundation still holds up. Now, it's not as full coverage as the actual Rihanna foundation, but for the fact that it was $6 and not, $60, which I know our foundation's not that much, but it held up really well. And then the concealer did too. I will say that being that it was $4 and not $30. So, I'm not complaining. The fact I spent $10 and got like $90 worth of product, I'm good. I can't tongue pop today. I was going to tongue pop, do it dramatic, but it didn't work. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know down in the comments if you like videos like this more or what you would rather see from me, because I feel like after this whole job change up, my entire life is going in this new direction, and I'm not sure what to do when it comes to like YouTube videos, because like for a while there I was just opening toys because I like toys, but now I want to do something else. So let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.